Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living to Do's review of The Chi, Season 6, Episode 13, called Legacy. Before I get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. So here we go. Let's talk about The Chi. The Chi, they start off with uh, Victor. He is in court. He is going to be released from jail on a federal bond. They put him under house arrest, though, and he will be wearing an ankle monitor. Did you think he'd get out of jail so quickly?
I didn't, but I'm not surprised that he is out. I'm also not surprised in the fashion that he got out in.
Oh, and what do you mean by that?
Mysterious money delivered to Jake, and everyone is knowing where it's coming from. It must be Duda.
Because who else would give him? Or that dude, a thug, could have done it, Zay. But yeah, Jake is the one who bailed him out of jail. So he's thinking, where did Jake get that money? And you know that little clothing t-shirt business wasn't pulling that kind of money.
And also, Duda is the reason why we're in this situation with Victor.
Yeah, yeah. So he's helping Victor out, actually just playing puppeteer to him, using him as much as he can. Uh, so that's good. Okay, so he is out, and I guess the lawyer had to also put up their house for collateral. So I hope it's not going to be a scenario where they lose that house. But anyway, he put up the house for collateral. I guess this is too much for Fatima. So she went to go visit her mother, and she's crying into their chest. The thing with Fatima, though, Fatima, it just looks like you like drama. You didn't really have to leave the man, really. I don't know. Maybe you don't really know if he murdered somebody or not. But it just seemed like it
It
just
seemed extra.
it did.
That's what it seemed
It
like.
seemed extra with the dramatization of oh and leaving whatever. Anyway, so another thing that has happened is Ronnie Ronnie's the doctor says that Ronnie has sickle cell. And to get sickle cell, both parents have to carry that gene. And so the doctor is requesting that Keisha gets Ronnie's father's DNA to be tested. Um, do you really need it to rule it out? There's no other. If he has it, can't you just say he has it? I mean, can't you just tell that he has it? Uh, or do you think it could possibly be something else if you don't see both parents with the gene? Because what if the parent wasn't? I don't guess she get. I don't know how she got the DNA of the. I guess fingerprints. I don't know how they would have done that to get his DNA. Because he died, but maybe they store that somewhere. I don't know. But they found out that the abductor is not Ronnie's father. Oh my goodness, it could only be one other person. And that's the night she was abducted. She was on her way to see Nook. That was her boyfriend. And Nook had no problem taking that DNA test. Now, Emmett has a problem. He doesn't want Nook to know that Ronnie could be the father. He didn't want that. He was just going to carry on as normal, but it's not really your call. And it's important to Keisha that her baby knows his father if possible. And so Nook took the test, and he's Ronnie's father. I hope he doesn't want to change his name from Ronnie. And he took to the news real well. He came over, he played with the baby. His voice seemed to change. It seemed to be a little bit more proper. I wonder how this is going to change Nook overall. How do you think he's going to change?
he's definitely gonna change with his ways. I think, especially with how Duda is treating Bakari, I think it's gonna start to open up Nook's eyes a little bit.
Okay. All right. Speaking of Duda, it was Duda's birthday. Unhappy birthday. He, well, Bianca was trying to make it a real special night for him. And he's like, nah, I ain't having it. I want to be alone. He acts like he's depressed. I think he just knows that she's using him. He ain't really using her. So she gets dismissed and she's like shocked. That was funny to see. Didn't you think that? She thought she thought she would be, what do you call it? Un un unresistible. No, that didn't.
Irresistible.
Oh, irresistible. What did I say? Unresistible. Yeah, irresistible. Let's see what else has happened. Oh yeah, Shad is over at his new girlfriend's house, and they're having a good time drinking it up, and someone's at the door, and he opens the door with his long shaft jacket, and it is Lorenzo Lafayette, or yeah, Lafayette. Um, and Sean doesn't know who it is. And he's so that's my ex-wife. Is that my jacket? You know that made Sean feel just terrible. And then right in front of Sean, Alicia is flirting with her ex-husband. And I guess he's the one that dumped her because she keeps coming on to him and he's like, pause, girl. But he entertains it for a second. He's like teases her. And he gives her a kiss and she wants one on the lips. He puts one on the cheek. And Shad sees this. He's like, ugh. And as he leaves, Lorenzo says, nice jacket. And then Shad beelines. He's like, he takes that jacket off and he throws it. And I guess he's telling her, you know, that he didn't want to be nothing like him or whatever. And she says, you can never be him, which makes him even madder. He puts her up against the wall and puts his hands around her neck, and she likes it. And she wants him to choke her even harder. And then I guess they proceed with the roughness. Oh, they were kissing and everything. And it's just so weird because she's like 70 in real life and he's in his 40s. It's just kind of, I guess I'm just not used to seeing that. Would you ever do something like that?
I could get my own leather jacket.
Good answer. Okay, so Evelyn, played by Kandi Burruss, she goes up to in Smokies, and she runs into Damien, which is Emmett's brother. And Emmett comes out. He makes it clear, half brother. And Damien's like, you better stop doing that. Oh my goodness. And so she takes a look around. She wants to redo things to make it look better. And she sachets into the back and she sees Dom. So Dom makes an appearance. And she's looking around at all the employees. There's this one guy from a halfway house and this other girl. And it's Dom's cousin. But she's gay. I mean, well, no. I was going to say, but she's deaf. But she happens to be I guess a lesbian as well. But she, and I guess Kandi offended her. And no, what happened? Kandi wanted to talk to her, and she taps the girl on the shoulder, and the girl, startled because, she doesn't hear anybody coming up behind her. So this is going to be interesting because Kandi looks. I'm sorry to keep calling her Kandi, but Evelyn looks. Her and Evelyn and this girl, they look interested in one another. And later, after the girls shift, she hops into Evelyn's very fancy and expensive sports car. So there's another storyline there. And we also see here that the brat makes an appearance at Nina's. You know, she had an affair with the brat. The brat shows up because she gets wind that Dre is no longer an item, and she tries to push up on Nina. Now, I don't know when this was filmed, but obviously the brat was pregnant in this scene with her big old stomach protruding. And I don't know what it's like to be pushed up on by a big pregnant woman. Oh, but Nina wasn't having it. She kind of showed her the door. So I guess Brat will be making an appearance in this season, or the second half of this season. That's not something you typically see. We also see Papa, his podcast, and I think Pastor Z was he a what do you call it, a guest on this podcast. Afterwards, Pastor Z is telling Papa that he needs to charge for this, you know, and Papa's really for the people and God and doing things the way God intended them to be done, with, you know, sending the message for free. But Pastor Z wants him to prosper because he's about a prosperous church, and he wants him to make money, and basically so he could tithe to him. He wants to get the money. That's all that is. It is nothing about the good word. This man tells him he used to be a hustler. He tells him that he didn't go to church, he didn't go to school to be a minister of any kind. He's just a street hustler. So when a person tells you who they are, believe it. I cannot believe this is going over Papa's head. He doesn't see the signs. This man is a joke. This man was paid a visit, or he paid a visit to Duda. He wants more money off the top. See, here we go. He is no good. He's the same as Duda. He's just out in the streets, getting money, wrangling it in from different avenues, acting like it's a pure source of income, when you're having Papa pay $5 a month for that podcast so he can tie to this man. That's all that is. It's just, speaking of money, Emmett's books aren't good. Damien is he's in the Smokies looking over the books, and he's telling Emmett, your books aren't right. You better, tell this something to Duda, quit, or you might be going to jail. The IRS does not play. And he offers up his services to speak to Duda. Now, how does that look? This little boy, he looks like he's still in high school, going to go to Duda talking about the books. Anyway, one thing Damien says he's so confused on how dumb Emmett is. I'm like, everyone sees it. This guy is Mr. Magoo. He just walks into things and things just work out for him. Anyway, the guy, he's true on his word. He goes, Damien, to Dudas. Were you surprised to see Damien in there?
I was shocked.
Talking about the books?
Shocked.
And he acted like he had no fear. Do you not know who Duda is? Your brother, one smart thing he said is he'll kill you. And he went in there telling him, we have to do something, or his brother might go to jail. And dumb Duda said, I'll just bail him out, like he did Victor. And smart Damien says, it doesn't work that way with the IRS. That's a whole nother game. So I think he told the boy to do whatever he had to make the books look good. So I don't know if this guy's gonna be dirty with it or clean with it. What did you think? What do you think when he meant by that? And what do you think Damien's gonna do?
I think it's too early to say because we don't know too much about this Damien.
Okay, maybe you're right. Okay, so let's go talk about Bakari because he met with Professor Elliot, and Professor told him that, good start on your book. There's a lot of work to do. You're a newbie and you got a lot to learn, but you got a voice. And he gave Bakari a brand new laptop with a little case for it, and he said protect it. He's gonna protect it with his life. And Bakari, you could see him. It was like a little kid on Christmas morning hugging that laptop. He get a gift worth something, and that would help him, and he was gonna guard it with his life. Well, that was short lived.
2 minutes later.
2 minutes later. He takes the laptop into, I guess, is that the car place, the car garage that they work in at Duda's place, and it was Duda's birthday, and he said something sly to Duda. They're all wishing him happy birthday, and he said something like, and he wanted him to keep his foot off his neck, and Duda heard that. Duda said, "What did you say?" And he went over there and grabbed his laptop and slammed it to the ground and broke it in several pieces. Well, Bakari felt. I think he probably felt crazed. I don't know.
I'm surprised he didn't do anything.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't run up on him because it meant so much to him, but so does your life, so.
That kind of was his life. He had to protect it.
Yeah, so so I don't know what's gonna happen. I think he just really pissed off Bakari. Sometimes you piss somebody off, something like that, they may come back with total vengeance that you didn't even see. So we had Duda meet with Victor. He's not going to snitch on Victor. He's not going to snitch on Duda because he's from the streets and he won't do that. Sometimes, I don't know.
Same situation with Bakari.
Yeah. They won't snitch. So they had a men's circle, and it was the first time that Rob was there. And Rob says that, what he shared is that he wants to reconnect with his father, Lorenzo Lafayette, which Victor is appreciative of his dad because he's the one representing him in court. Wildly enough, we see Lorenzo Lafayette get into his car. It looks like he's coming from his office. He gets into his car at night.
He's heading on his way to Rob's mother's house.
Okay. Alicia's
house, my bad.
So he gets in the car, and in the back seat of the car is a man with a gun, and he shoots him. It looked like Zay that did the shooting based on the body type. Do the thug. And so we just see him shot in the car. So he just got here. Are we going to kill him off that quickly? Is he really dead?
It looked to me like he got shot in the head.
It did. He was in close range.
I don't think whoever shot him hit his shoulder, do you?
You were just too close. And if you're a gunman, you would think you would have a better shot. A better shot. Now, what medical miracle will it be? It just braised him here or whatever.
A little haircut.
Yeah. Huh. And this is after he had the encounter with Duda. He rolled up on Duda, or actually they ran into each other in the street. Duda didn't know who he was. He told him who he was. And he said, Lorenzo told Duda, you're going to need protection. Next thing you know, Lorenzo the one shot. So all fingers point to Duda.
Isn't that gonna... Victor's probably gonna get released, huh? Because don't you get released when your defense or something happens like that?
No, you mean, will Victor get
Oh wait,
released?
no, never mind.
No,
Never
no,
mind, never
no,
mind.
no, no, no. Um, what else really happened? Not much more happened than that. That was basically it.
That's practically all the information from the episode, besides Jake and Gemma's household situation.
You mean with Tiara?
Oh,
Tiara,
oh yeah.
the Tiara, they were taking photos and family photos. They were real elegant photos, and Tiara wanted to make them out of Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a discussion with Marcus, and he does. I don't know about Christmas cards, but he didn't mind hanging a picture up of them in the house, but he didn't want to send out, I guess a notification. Here, this is the my lady friend, and
He's thinking it's too fast or something.
yeah, and she just wants to be felt like she is important, and she wants to feel claimed. But you're talking about Jake and Gemma, and what about those two?
It was the pastor's wife.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. He has no problem coming clean. I guess is Gemma's with Brittany sometimes. Is that what they were discussing? Did Brittany ever come up? Oh no, I guess they were just making out, and she just couldn't make out with him because she thinks of this pastor's wife making out with her man. And he's like, no, when I'm with you, I'm with you. And when I'm with her, it's like, what? And I'm just to accept this? If you're with her, stay with her, okay? No. Oh, that was little. I mean, he's being.
The odd scene.
It was odd, but he's being honest, and that's what you want. The thing is, give her options to be in this type of open relationship. Just thank you for your honesty, but no thank you on this relationship. So I don't know I don't know what she's feeling. She laid back down with him, but I'm thinking she's milling that over. Like, is that what I want? Is he gaslighting me? What's going on here? But I don't know. But I'm glad Jake is extremely honest. You know what you get with Jake, the truth. But yeah, that was it. Okay, so thanks for staying with us to the end. We really appreciate it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And we thank you in advance. But we gotta go, because why?
We got living to do.
Bye.